Well, there you have it. New Zealand have beaten South Africa by 4 wickets in a thrilling game of the ICC World Cup 2019 at the Edgbaston Cricket Ground. This win puts Kane Williamson's Black Caps at number 1 on the World Cup points table and leaves Faf du Plessis South Africa on the brink of elimination. I say brink because while there is a mathematical chance of South Africa going through, it is next to impossible. They have 3 matches to go, and if they win all 3 of those, they will end up with 9 points. But that technically may not be enough to get them into the semi-finals. Now, this win came after Kane Williamson put South Africa into bat in a 49 overs a side game because the early morning rain meant the game started an hour and a half late, and then it was all over to New Zealand's bowlers led by Lockie Ferguson, who got 3 wickets, and Matt Henry in particular didn't get a wicket but bowled 10 very economical overs, of which 7 came up front in a very tidy spell. South Africa, as has been the case throughout the World Cup, just did not get enough batsmen putting up big runs. Amla got 55, but it was not the Amla people have seen over the years. On a day in which he crossed 8,000 one-day runs, Amla's 50 really was not enough to force the pace against a very tidy New Zealand attack. Rassie van der Dusen got 60 odd at a very good strike rate, but again, the aborted starts. You look at David Miller, Aiden Markram getting into the 30s, but just not putting their foot on the pedal to get the score to a good target. Faf du Plessis said after the loss that had his team had around 260, it would have been a much tighter game. In the end, the game went down to the final over. That's also because of Kane Williamson. You look at Williamson's innings, one of the finest innings he has played in one-day cricket. But had he gotten out early, had South Africa taken their chances, they missed a run out, there was a drop catch. In fact, on 76, Williamson got an edge off Imran Tahir, but Quinton de Kock did not even know about it, and hence there was no appeal. These are the moments that we have seen South African cricket teams of the past often lose games on. Look at 2011, the quarterfinal in Dhaka. They had the chase in control, and then Jack Callis got out, and it all unraveled. 2015, 4 years ago, Eden Park, a game that I was fortunate to be at. You saw a run out missed, you saw a catch go down, and these are the moments when, sadly, the South African team chokes on the biggest stage. Du Plessis was frankly crestfallen after the loss, and struggled for words to come up with the reason of why his team has again choked on the biggest stage. As I said, a mathematical chance, but very, very unlikely that South Africa will find the impetus right now, this current team, to win 3 games in a row. New Zealand, number 1 on the points table, and really it was all about Kane Williamson's masterful unbeaten 100, and then that blazing 67 from Colin de Grandhomme. A batsman who in his prior 22 innings before this match had only faced 30 balls or more on 6 occasions. But today he played arguably his best one-day innings as a New Zealand cricketer to really take the pressure off Williamson, give him some space to breathe, and then though he fell, within 12-13 runs of the target, it was de Grandhomme's innings that Williamson really identified as the most fluent of the entire match on a fairly sluggish Edgbaston track. That leaves New Zealand, as I said, on top of the points table and South Africa staring at elimination. Do keep coming back to Cricket Country and join me and my colleague Aditya Bhattacharya as we travel around England covering the World Cup 2019.